This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem. We're continuing in Mishna Daf HaShavua. We're at the very end, Siman Tzadi, the end of Sif Zayin, which is Mishna Sif Katan Chaf Aleph. In Sif Zayin, the Mechaber quoted the Pshat of Rashi and the Ri in the Gemara Brachas Daf Lamed Daled, where the Gemara says that you should not daven achori beis haknesses. So Rashi learned achori beis haknesses is when you're literally in the back of the shul with your back to the people, and the Ri learned achori beis haknesses is when you're in the east of the shul, in front of the shul, with your back to the people. Now, the Mechaber said you should be machmer like both shitos, but if you're davening in a house that's next to the Beis HaKnesses and you're facing Eretz Yisrael and your back is to the wall of your house, which is the wall of the shul, it's not a problem because it's not nicker that your back is to the people. So the Mishnah Berurah says in Sivkat and Chavav LeBeis HaKnesses, V'adin ba'azoros havnuyos b'kaisel mizrachi. Let's say there's side rooms on the eastern wall of the shul, Shari Lisbal Hashem, the Cheder, it's a separate room, it doesn't look like your back is to the shul. Likewise, writes the Shiur Knesset Agdola, Shara'a Kehilos Rabbis, that he saw many communities, She'ezroisehem Litzad Mizrach, that the Azara is to the east, meaning it's a side room, maybe women daven there, maybe there's another minyan there, mispalim, upneim klapi mizrach, vachareim klapi koisel mizrachi, shebeis haknesses. Umikamakum yosef taveish shaboinim ha'azoros la'asos b'tzad. It's better not to build the room there. Better to build it on a different side, loy b'tzad mizrach, ki yesh mafakbikin b'zeh. There are those who challenge this, ayin be'el yarabah. But if, let's say, your shul was built and there's some kind of side room, and for whatever reason there's a minyan there, or the women's section is there, that's okay. Sivches. Asur la'avar chutz lebeis haknesses b'tzad sha'pesach pasuach bay b'sha sha'tzibur mispalim. Now we learned that usually the door of the shul is in the west. And you want to walk by the entrance of the shul while the people are davening. You know how to do that. Because why aren't you going inside? You know how to walk by the shul and say, hey, hi everyone. You stay in there for your bahab tzlichos, and I'll be on my way. I caught a minyan where they do Baruch Shamra Ashrei Yishtabach and Shemon Esrei, or I'm not coming. So you're now to pass by a shul on the entrance that the door is open to when the tzibur is davening. You look like a kofer. Maybe you're not a kofer. It could be you're a mammon, but you look like a kofer. Kivan she'enoi nichnas l'spalal. If you're carrying a package, or you're wearing tefillin, if there's another shul in the city, or if this shul has another door, basically, if there's any factor that you're with the program, or you might be davening elsewhere, or you might be entering a different entrance, then it would be okay. B'tzad Shah Pesach, I am B'bir Hagra. Look in the Bir Hagra. The Bir Hagra says that even the opinion in Sif Zayin, who says, let's say the Ri, remember we learned there are two deos in Sif Zayin. Rashi says that your back can't be to the west when you're in the west. The Ri says the east. Even the Ri would agree here that the Isser is passing by the Pesach in the west. Okay, Shat Tzibur Mispalim. When the Tzibur is davening, it's not only during Shemona Esrei. You look like a kofer, so my example of Bahab is not necessarily is not accurate according to the Mechaber. The Mechaber is Mispalel. Mispalel means Shemona Esrei. Pri Megadim says you should be machmer during Kriya Shema Psukei de Zimra. What about Kriyas HaTorah. What about other things? Not sure. Oisha lavush, or if you're wearing tefillin, they'll see that you have the Malchus Shemaim on you. They're not going to come to suspect you. Oisheish Beis HaKnesses. If there's another shul, nearly do adinim regil Beis HaKnesses lasses kam minyan and gam ken shadoi v'lechashdai. If this shul has many minyanim, it's also okay. You ready? Here's today's homework. We have a nice oilam today. Let's say we span the fruited plain of the United States of America. We even get to Eretz Yisrael. Here's the question. Does anybody remember by Hilchos Chanukah in Siman Tafresh Ayin Aleph? What's the halacha if there are two doorways? There are two doors. You have to light in both of them because of chashad. So then why by Hilchos Beis HaKnesses, if there's another door, are you allowed to pass by one door? Because maybe you're going in the other door, so then why do I have to light in both doorways by Hilchos Chanukah? Why by Hilchos Chanukah do we say, well, you better light in both because people might see this open doorway and they're not going to know that you lit in the other doorway. But what do you mean? They know you have another doorway. The same way by a shul, if there's another door, you don't have to enter the first door. So why by Chanukah do we say chshad by two doorways? That's today's homework.
Persume Nisa.
Persume Nisa.
No, maybe there issue base so the house has to have. So it's a shot on the house itself. Not on the person so much.
You would have thought that chshad is a bigger problem on the person. If the mitzvah is on the house, so who cares if people suspect the house? The house is not a... Okay, think about it. Weiter. Okay. If you're riding on an animal. It doesn't look like you're a kaifer. You're busy with your animal. Okay, Sif test. You ready for this? This is a whopper. Yishtadel Adam lehispalel bebeis hakneses im hatzibor. A person should try to daven in a shul with the tzibor. Frekt Rabbi Moshe and a tshuva. What do you mean you should try? Don't you have to? Why doesn't he say tzarech or a chayav? Says Rabbi Moshe, bottom line, it is a chayav. It's a chayav. Don't allow this verbiage to mitigate your value of davening in a shul and with the tzibur. It's a chiyuv. Now, it could be, I'm thinking, that the yishtadel is not going on the imhat tzibur. Avada, there's a chiyuv to daven with the minyin. The question is there a chiyuv? Let's say I have a minyin in my house. Do I have to leave my house and go to the shul? Legabe going to the shul, it's yishtadel. By the way, does that mean you shouldn't daven in house minyanim? Yes, correct. I wasn't going to speak about it, but once we're on the topic, do not go to house minyanim. No. Does that mean even Friday night? Correct. Does that mean even Maariv? Of course it means that. And by the way, it's even besides this halacha. There's no way you daven as good in the guy's living room. First of all, you don't even have a siddur. Even if you have a siddur, it's the other nusach. Even if it's the right nusach, it's missing every other page. You can't daven, and then when the guy takes 3 steps back, he's standing on top of your feet. You can't daven. You need to daven in a shul. What if you're an oines? Avada. If you're ill, or you have extenuating circumstances, you could daven in a house. What if your wife is going to be upset that it takes longer? I don't understand. All of a sudden now, you become this shalom bayis. When it comes to davening, all of a sudden people care about shalom bayis. Everything else in their life, let's say when it comes to work, they come home anytime they want. They never allowed shalom bayis to have any effect on any other decision they made other than davening shorter. Okay, I'm done with this topic for today, but not for good. Anyway, That's the halacha. The halacha is you need to daven with the minyan and in a shul. L'spal beis haknesses. V'afilum yesh le asar bebeisai. Even if you have 10 years, yishtadel bebeis haknesses. V'ayim b'sif yudches b'mishbrua sif katan nun hey. Now, the Dirshu brings, okay, even though it says yishtadel, it's mash is not a chiyuv. Rav Moshe says it's a chiyuv be'ikr mitzvah tefillah. Why? What's the lumdus? Why is it a chiyuv to daven with the minyan? The main factor of davening is to do your best job to have your tefillos niskabel. And when you daven b'yechidus, lots of luck. Now, there are others who learn this mechaber differently. The Emek Bracha says davening with the tzibur is not a chiyuv. But since tfilas hayachid is nishmas b'chol zman rak b'tzibur, I don't understand how he learns this. By the way, Rav Asher Weiss has a tshuva on this word yishtadel, where he learns differently than Rav Moshe. And the Minchas Yitzchak, he says the reason why the mechaber says yishtadel is the way I read it. Namely, the yishtadel is going on the Beis HaKnesses. But to daven with a minyan, that's a chiyuv. That's how I understood it. Okay. Imat tzibur. Why should you try to daven in a shul with the tzibur? Hashem is not disgusted with the tefillah of the tzibur. Even if they're sinners, even if, let's say, the guy next to you has his phone on vibrate, still, you should not refrain from davening with them. What? Now, if he's talking on his phone, he's not part of the minyan. He's not mitzaref to the minyan. That's a well-known Taz. Taz says if someone is talking about the davening, you don't even have a minyan. He's not mitzaref. Im yesh lo shtei batei knesiyos. If there are two shuls, ve'echad yesh by berav am, and one of them has a bigger crowd, mitzvah l'spal b'yoser. It's a bigger mitzvah to daven there. Kasu ha'achroinim, but the achroinim write, im yesh v'beis haknesses shel rav am roiv bilbul. If the one with the bigger crowd also has a bigger commotion, you can't hear not davening and not laning, mutav l'spal b'beis ba'asar is better to daven with a small minyan. What if it's a choice between davening with 10 people or davening in a shul without a minyan? If it's a choice between the shul b'yechidus or in your house with 10, tefillah b'tzibur is adif. Even if in the shul you'll get kaddish and baruch hu, but you won't get tefillah b'tzibur, afilu hachi tefillah tzibur adif. We're going to read this again tomorrow, but I think this is my favorite Mishnah Berura. What is tefillah b'tzibur? Does tefillah b'tzibur mean you walk into the shul when they're davening and there are 10 people there? And what are you doing? I'm saying matoivu, I'm saying pitamak toiras from a klaf that the Sofer dunked in a mikvah of the Arizal 100 times. Pal, davening with a minyan means starting Shemana Esrei with the tzibur. If you came to shul and you said matoivu, and you said yigdal, and you said the whole psuk of the zimra, and when the tzibur was saying Shemana Esrei, you were up to Yoitzer Or Bari Choshech, you might be a good Jew, but you don't daven with a minyan. You might be a good Jew, I don't know, can't say. But you definitely didn't daven with a minyan. Ve'ikr tefillah b'tzibur hu tefillah Shemana Esrei. The main tefillah b'tzibur is tefillah Shemana Esrei, dahainu sheyispalalu asara anoshim shehem gedolim b'yacha. That is, you have 10 men who are of age and they're davening together. V'loi k'moi shechoshvim hamoin. Not like the multitude thinks. She'ikr l'spal b'asara hu rak l'shmaya kaddish. That davening with the minyan means listening to kaddish u'kedusha u'barchu v'lachein ein makbidim rak shiu asar beis haknesses. They're just makbid. There should be 10 in the room. V'zeh ta'os. This is a error. Elsewhere, the Mishnah Berura says it means to start Shemana Esrei, namely Siman Samach Vav Sivkat Lamed Hey. How do you remember that? Sulam Samach Vav Lamed Hey. It's with a Hey. you remember that it's a hey and not a mem. But Sula. There the Mishnah Berura says, Tzrichem atzibur v'ashatz lahaschel shman esrei b'shava. What if you started 1 second early and you said Hashem Sefasai? Okay, that will let it slide. That's still davening with the minyan. Okay, we'll hold it over here. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone. Shkayach.
Recording stopped.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.